Hot mic. Did I hit that? Is that right?
Who's
Here
Mike?
we go. Here we go. Hot mic. Hot mic. Talkin Van Halen intro. Here it is. Subscribe to Johnny Beane TV. You might as well, because the chat is subscriber only. So if you want to even participate in the chat, you have to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.
Hey now,
Man, that's a lot of applause, man.
So who's Mike, huh?
Mike's hot.
Hot Mike. Hey, Music Therapy Laz says subscribe or else. You know what the or else is? Or else you can't comment in the chat.
That's right. That's right. It's a brand new YouTube feature, and we have it. And it's very simple. Subscribe to the channel. You participate in the live chat over there here on YouTube. It's that easy. Right?
Did you hear that?
I did.
Ellie said, or else you're gonna fart. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
so hey everybody, welcome. This is Talkin Van Halen. Jay Hannon is here.
Hey now.
There he is. I'm Johnny Beane. Welcome. And obviously, this is the show where we talk everything Van Halen. So if you like Van Halen, if you love the guitars, love the music, love the band, this is the place you want to be. This is Johnny Beane TV. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. And again, subscriber only chat. So like I said, very simple. Subscribe to the channel. You're in the chat. And there you go. Unless you're watching us from Facebook, then anybody can say whatever they want over there. That's cool as well. But let's before we start the show, let's say hello to our executive producers here on Johnny Beane TV, and they are Charles Green, Wayno, Joe Christian, Michael B, Thomas Santiago, Music Therapy Laz, Bent Tom, the Chad, James Gum, David Shea Gamori, Lenny Lou and Mary, Michael Smith,
the captain,
Randy Price, Stephen Franklin, Dan Halen, Crazy Cook 678, John Moronic, Jim Ray Hawkins, Mike Neese, R. Habs, and Steve Carmichael. They are the executive producers here on Johnny Beane TV on YouTube, and they are channel members, the top tier of channel membership. If you'd like to become a channel member, get exclusive perks, exclusive videos, you get your name in green in the chat so you stick out, like Kurt 5150, Chris Live Soa, Stephen Franklin, Wayno. I see you guys. You get special emojis in the chat, member only features. So become a channel member right now. Try it. Try it out. See what you think. I think we're currently at like 58 channel members.
Wow.
And they have a great time. They love it. Right? Yeah. James Gum says we're famous. That's right. If you'd like to be famous, become a channel member right here.
What if we don't want to be famous? I have a theory, maybe not a theory, but part of me thinks that human beings are not meant to be famous. Mm-hmm. I don't think we can handle what modern day fame and fortune brings us. Not that I would know it, but I'm just saying, when you see what happens in the world with these people that are, these, whether they're movie stars or rock stars or, hip hop and all this stuff, it's just weird, man. Like, all the stuff they go through and just like, is it worth it? Is it worth it?
It depends. I think, it depends. But if you'd like to become famous right here on YouTube, on Johnny Beane TV, become a channel member like James Gum. There you are. I see you.
Hey now.
Hey now. And okay, so here on YouTube, if you'd like to help support the channel, let's say you're not ready for that channel membership just yet, you can still support the channel by any super chats. And a special feature here is any super chats will change the color of my lights. So if you look back here, you'll see they're currently like a pinkish and like a purple, like blue type of thing.
I like it.
It's cool, huh? I like it too. I like it. But with everything, everything changes. So any donations as far as super chats will change the color of those lights instantly. It's magic.
Oh.
Michael B just became a top of the world member. Michael B. Executive producer Michael B. See that? See how easy that is? Michael B, thank you so much, man. Yeah. Yes. So we got the lights that change, and we're currently live on. Oh, look at that. They just changed.
Whoa.
Who was that? Stephen Franklin. Stephen Franklin, thank you so much, man. That pays for a month of StreamYard. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, it's because of like Stephen Franklin right here. We can actually do these shows as much as we want. Unlimited, because with the free version of using the software, you're only limited to like 20 hours a week or something. And
and with Tuesday night, that's not enough.
No, we end up doing what, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do at least 9, 10 hours in 1 week, usually. And I'm planning to up that by doing other shows as well. So
keep.
So yeah. So lots of stuff going on. Stephen Franklin, thank you so much for helping, man. Thank you. And see, it changed the lights. See, I wasn't kidding.
Can you set it so when somebody signs up for, like, you see when Michael B signed up for the top of the world, can it like go through like a strobe effect?
Maybe.
Cycles through all the colors. That'd be
maybe
cool, huh?
Maybe I'll have to. Thanks. That's a great idea, man. I'll look into that. I'll make a note. I'll make a note of that. But yeah, Michael B, thanks so much for becoming a top of the world, I think it said, member, executive producer. Stephen Franklin, thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Where was I? Facebook. We're live on Facebook, Johnny Beane TV Facebook page. Where is it? Right there, at Johnny Beane TV on Facebook. And if you'd like to help support us over there, we have Facebook Stars. That's a way to support over on Facebook. Johnny Beane TV Facebook page. And we're also live in the Van Halen 1974 to 2020 Facebook group, where we're currently at over 61,000 members.
Oh, you updated it.
Yeah. It's just growing every day. Like it's amazing. Actually, I did a live video in there earlier under the announcements tab, just telling people how things are cool now in there. It's not as crazy. I booted a lot of the meanies. And the group is awesome. It's the second biggest Van Halen group on Facebook. It's growing stronger every day. Amazing photos, and I have a few of them here that we'll show and talk about in a few. So we're currently live over there as well. And again, if you're watching from the group and you'd like to participate in the live chat, you can. It would help if you signed in, and you'll actually see some text right there in the chat where you're currently watching from that says click this link, sign in to StreamYard through Facebook, and it allows us to be able to see your name and your avatar. Otherwise, it just says Facebook user, and we don't know who that is. So, dude, yeah, of course. Sunset Sound. That'd be great, man. We got Sunset Sound in the house. Drew from Sunset Sound wants to be a guest.
Let's rock.
We'll do it, man. We'll do it.
Set it up.
I'll have my people, meaning me, all you,
meaning your people.
Yeah, Drew. We'll do that. We'll do that. That sounds awesome. Yeah, Sunset Sound. That's where Van Halen. That's where they recorded the debut.
Yep.
You know. And by the way, Drew, excellent video with Greg Renoff. That was
Greg's awesome.
He's a great dude. And congratulations. But yeah, Drew, we'll definitely do that. Awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah. So who else do we have? We have Drew from Sunset Sound in the chat. Who else is here?
I guess that means you want me to do a roll call. Well, what question do we ask right now to get everybody to say something?
Well, the easiest is to ask where they're watching from.
Or Frankie or 5150. We've probably done that before, but who cares?
Oh, as in the guitars.
Yeah.
Okay. We can ask that. We can also take a poll in the chat on YouTube as well. That's an awesome feature that we have. But let's see. I can read some. Here. We got Jimmy Carr is watching us. Hey, Jimmy. Cameron Brown, that says 5150 hands down, of course. That's my favorite as well. The original Paramutant says 5150. Kurt 5150 says Kramer 5150. Cheryl Reed, watching from Facebook, says Frankie. Ron Paget says Utah. Jeff K, Frankie for sure. For show. Mark Graves is watching. He says he likes the Flying V. Leo Safko is watching from New Jersey. James Gum, who we've made famous here, takes the 5150 over the Frankie. Guitar Samurai 1 says Frankie. Robbie Johnston is from North Carolina. Music Therapy Lads is using voice to text from the Franklin van. So he says the original Frankie is his favorite. That's cool, man. Music Therapy, we're gonna have to check out that.
He's saying the van, the white and black one. Then
I guess, yeah. And Music Therapy. We'll have to check out your van when you get that thing rolling.
The candy van.
Yeah.
Hey, got some candy for you, kids.
Man.
All right, let's I'll do a roll call now. How's that? We got Jeff K, 7/8, Browns fan. Cameron Brown. What's up, Cameron?
Hey, man.
Can't Drive 55. Christopher Live Soa. I always mess it up. Frank Spear. What's up, Frank? My beautiful wife, Jeannie's downstairs manning the battle stations while I'm up here having fun. Guitar Samurai, Hellstorm, James Gum, Jimmy Ka. Johnny Beane. It's nice of him to join us. I don't think the show would be able to happen if it wasn't for Johnny. Halface. I don't know if I said that. Kurt 5150. By the way, I'll be joining those awesome gentlemen in about 3.5 hours? Is my time right? Midnight Eastern tonight. I will be on Never a Skip with those cats. Brad, got Andrew, we got Kurt, and there's a special guest that's going to be there tonight. I think it's going to surprise people. So we're going to be talking about Live.net over there on Never a Skip, which is the name of the channel. It still gets me. British Electric Blues Show, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Cachell, Leo Safko, Majestic PB&J Cat, Mark Graves, Music Therapy Laz, Nightbot, Paul Roden, Robbie Johnston, Ron Paget, Stephen Franklin, the original Paramutant, Thomas Santiago, Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs, who was ripping on that picture of Van Halen from your group, saying, why did they dress like that? It's the early 80s, early to mid 80s.
Oh,
They're rock stars. I mean, if you don't dress like that, man, you know?
that one?
Yeah.
That was actually normal back in 1981. You know? Well, Roth.
Yeah, I was gonna say
outfit,
maybe not Ross, but you know, unless you're like in a roller skating derby.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that was, you know, that was it.
That's pretty rare, actually, seeing Roth in that that top. Or that's probably like the entire thing's probably like that, huh?
Well, he probably look at his armpit. He was probably sweating in that thing.
Yeah.
I can't wear this.
Wow. That's a great picture. That's awesome.
It is. I mean, that's the thing. It was rock stars were the whole 80s, if you think about, you know, just the image thing back then. It was huge. You know, if you didn't look like a rock star back then, you know, it was different. It was a whole different, you know, I mean, obviously you had the Metallicas and stuff, but even those guys looked cool as hell back then. So you still looked cool, but you know, the heavy metal guys weren't wearing the tight spandex stuff. You know, the hair metal guys were wearing the tight spandex stuff with the makeup, you know, like the Poisons and all those. But you know, it was just cool though. You look back and man, thrash metal, I bet if you were a rock star in the 80s, you'd be wearing some stuff like that, man. I bet you would.
Oh, of course.
And I fought it. You know, I usually don't try not to mention a lot of this stuff, but when we kind of started going on tour, you know, I was like, I just want to look like a normal dude up there. You know, why do I have to like play the part and look like something I'm not? But you know, we had some meetings and stuff like that, and you know, well, you guys got to kind of, you know, look, you know, the whole deal with that, and it was just kind of annoying. But I get it. You know, the people in the crowd, they want to look on stage and see something. I don't want to say bigger than life, even though a lot of those bands in the 80s were bigger than life. But almost like separate yourself from the normal people in the crowd. And I hate saying that because I'm a normal person that's in the crowd watching shows too. But when you're looking up on stage, you don't want to see average Joe Schmoes, right? Like that's, I think, how to kind of explain it without, you know, sounding too stupid, which I do all the time anyway.
Right.
You know?
No, man. I mean, when you know, if you're in entertainment, you know, you have, I mean, unless the part is to look like, you know, regular blue jeans and whatever. Yeah. But no, dude. I mean, I've been in many bands over the years, and there's definitely whatever band you join, if there's a look, you have to take on that look. I mean, you can't. You have to.
Yeah,
it's part of the deal. It's part of the package.
Yep.
And if you like doing that, which you know, we're musicians. I mean, that's what, you know. I love this stuff. You know. Somebody needs I have to post I have to approve a post in the group.
Yeah, Hellstorm is mentioning Corey Glover from Living Color. He used to wear the body glove, like surf getup. And I, as a kid, thought that was awesome. I was like, look at that dude.
There you go.
He's got the body glove suit. That was cool as hell. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's the type of thing. Like you're kind of just kind of not separating yourself, but you're, you know, it's an image thing, and I get it. You know, even though I did fight it for a long time with my own band. But you know,
yeah,
it's cool. It's
yeah.
I mean, look at Eddie Van Halen's guitars. If he was just playing some plain white guitar or black guitar, like people have been trying to make these things for years and years now. And I mean, that's cool as hell. So it's an image thing, you know. That's Eddie Van Halen's guitar. The second you see that, people that have no idea about music might not know 3 Van Halen songs, they'll know that, oh, that is that Eddie Van Halen's guitar?
Mm-hmm.
They know it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's iconic. I would say everybody knows that guitar. You know, and if not the guitar, they know the color scheme. They know.
Yeah, and there's a striped guitar. Oh, that's Eddie Van Halen.
You know, yeah, the red, black, and white. They know the image of that. Yeah.
Steve Vai. I mean, when these guitars came out, the gem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people were freaking out over them. It's all about, I don't want to say all about image. And yes, thrash metal says something, what do you say, riffs or something, not riffs, not gimmicks. Well, you need to have substance there, obviously, but something that helps you stand out over your peers, you know, like, and I know we didn't even plan on talking about anything like this, but that's the cool thing about this show. We can just bring up any kind of topic and go off on it.
Yeah.
But, you know, I might get in trouble for saying this, but like think of a band like Slipknot, right? Obviously, they're very talented musicians. They write great music, great songs. But, and I'll say this, even though, you know, having that relationship with Clown, that if they didn't have the masks and the get up and all that stuff, would they be as big as they are? If they just were normal looking dudes out there playing instruments? I don't know. I don't think so. You know, that's a part of the whole thing. It's a, you know, entertainment. People see that and they're like, whoa, look at these guys. There's 9 of them on stage jumping around like lunatics. They all got masks.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that too. You know, would Kiss be as big as they were?
I was just about to bring up Kiss, you know? Same thing.
Yeah.
It's part of a show. It's part of a how do you say? Yeah, it's entertainment. It's to entertain people, and if it doesn't always work. You know, there's many bands that just never. Maybe they had good songs, but something about the image didn't look right. Something about the instruments didn't click. Yep. You know, there's a very special combination with that stuff. Bands like Kiss, like our Van Halen, even Slipknot, like you had mentioned, there is something, you know, there's something there why those bands made it to that level.
Yeah, and to have continued success like the bands that we like, Kiss and Slipknot. Like Slipknot is still arguably one of the biggest metal bands. So obviously the substance is there. You can't have a career that's 20. When did that first album come out? 99 or 2000, right? You can't have a career that long just because of an image. Like you have to have substance with it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it did not hurt them that they had that look.
Right.
So there you go.
Right.
Yep. I wish I would have thought of that.
So you guys, look is important, like it or not.
It is, man.
But if you're gonna be in a band, it's very important. But there's a flip side to that as well. You know, you gotta. You can take your influences, you know, you can take Slipknot, you can take Kiss, Van Halen, you know, whatever your favorite bands are, you mix it up, do your own thing, but you got to be yourself as well.
Yeah.
And you can't go out and try to be a total clone of something else that's already out there, because that, even though it might be similar enough to where people dig it, it might be too similar. And hey, you know, that's why Eddie didn't want to play the double Gibson SG guitar. What do you call those? Like Jimmy Page.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they were doing Secrets in '82, taking it back to Van Halen, because he didn't want people saying, "Hey, you look like you're trying to be Jimmy Page," even though he was already Eddie Van Halen by that point. He still felt like, you know, he felt like a normal dude.
Yeah, I want to do my own thing.
And he wanted to do his own thing, and he got a guitar that was original to that, and so
yeah.
So
Hey,
Man.
Sean Silas is here. What's up, Sean?
Hey, Sean. Good to see you.
He said, Sean, he said, talking with Mick from Slipknot at Jackson was weird for me because I was used to seeing him in the outfit. Yeah. You know?
Are you really that who you say you are? Yeah, because who with something like that, it's great if if those guys don't want the attention.
Mm-hmm.
But really, anybody that gets into music and any kind of entertainment, whether they say they don't want the attention or not, they really they do, because that attention brings the stuff that they enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Like us doing like this show. It's
Well, yeah, but I mean, I do it because it's fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But yeah, we get we get attention from doing this type of thing, and I love it. I didn't always. When I was in bands, when I was in the band working with Desmond Child years ago, I was embarrassed by any type of attention we got, any kind of like review in a magazine or paper. I'd see my picture in the issue, and I thought it was embarrassing.
Embarrassing in what way?
Just kind of weird, just kind of strange. But then I understand it now, how it's.
I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
It's a good thing, because at the time when you were seeing that, you didn't have, and I'm not saying you do now, but I'm saying, because I'm kind of the same way. You didn't have an ego about it. You didn't think like, oh yeah, look at, you was like, wow, this is weird. I'm in this magazine, or I'm having this review here. And that's actually a good thing, that you were like, wow, this is kind of, makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was uncomfortable. It was kind of bizarre.
Yeah, well, and plus you're used to seeing your idols and people that made you want to play music and guitar in those magazines, and all of a sudden you're seeing, you're like, whoa.
Mm-hmm. It's strange. It's strange, but then when you the longer you try to do anything, whether it's being in a band or doing a podcast like what we do here, a show, now you want that stuff. You want the reviews. You want your picture in somewhere, because it'll get the attention to bring back to what you're doing. When you build something.
Oh,
back then it wasn't. It was built. It was that band. It was something that was being built, but it wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and to kind of piggyback off of what you were, I think, getting to, when you, and I'm sure anybody that's in a band or a songwriter, or even any kind of a person, even if you build stuff or whatever, when you put that much effort into something, whether it's building something, whether it's writing music, whether it's constructing anything, and the amount of effort and time that goes into that, when you see people enjoy that and actually appreciate it, that does a cool thing. It's like, wow, people actually like what and I don't want to say busted my ass. It's not like I'm digging ditches, but it's a huge mental thing that goes into writing music. And when people would take, inspiration in that and pleasure in hearing that and wanting to know more about it, that's a cool thing, man. And if, like you said, at first it's weird because I think for the majority of us, when we start writing music, we write music that we like for us, type of thing, and you're not expecting to have anybody really give a crap about it. But then there comes that point where your music starts coming out, and when people start digging it, you're like, wow, this is kind of weird, and it's cool,
Yeah. It's hang on. I'm trying to find I'm on Facebook trying to find where's the group at?
Hi, Amanda. We got some people joining late here.
Hey, welcome.
Can't Drive 50. I thought Can't Drive 55 was here. That's right. Hellstorm.
Hey now.
Music Therapy. Let's see. James Avdelis. I'm terrible with names, man. Zach Thong, Janice Lala, and everybody else that's joining late. Where have you been?
Yeah.
Carol Hatcher, my wonderful mother-in-law.
Welcome. Welcome. Hey, Carol.
Chris Bevan.
Chris. Hey, dude. Welcome, you guys.
You know, I'll tell you, speaking of now that my mother-in-law joins, Jimmy, my drummer and, you know, brother-in-law, one of my closest friends, you know, we're talking about when you work so hard writing music and stuff, when people appreciate it and like it, it's a cool thing, right? Jimmy was the opposite, man. And I've witnessed this numerous times when we were on tour, where we'd play a show and we go to the merch booth after we kind of pack up and you know, load the trailer and stuff. We go back in and go to the merch booth and, you know, meet people and stuff. And you know how many times people would go up to Jimmy, because Jimmy, in my opinion, is like, he's the reason why the band is as good as we are. Not saying we're good. I'm just saying the level that we are, he's the main reason because of his drumming. You know, he's the type of thing, like a great drummer takes an average band and makes them great type of thing, where an average drummer will take a great band and make them average, right? So anyway, people would go up to Jimmy after the show. It's like, oh my God, man, you're such a good drummer. And Jimmy would just like, thanks, you know, kind of like he didn't it made him feel very uncomfortable when like total strangers were coming up to him, kind of like telling him that he's a really good drummer. Like he didn't enjoy it, you know. But it's just a different thing. And he was as big a bigger part of in the writing process as anybody as well. So it's not like he was just played the songs that we had and didn't really care. Like he put in the, you know, the effort and the time as well to make these songs what they were. But he really, just that part of him, it just, you know, like the whole rock star thing, he wasn't about it, which, you know, was cool, you know. But
yeah, it affects different people differently.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I mean, it can be weird, but it can be awesome as well. So
Van Halen.
Van Halen, yes. Okay. So there's been some stuff lately in the news we can talk about, and of course any questions or comments in the chat. If you're watching from YouTube, where we got 74 people, I think. Well, that's a combination. Let me see.
Where is everybody tonight? Is there something happening on this Friday where
it's Friday night, man?
Yeah, it's Friday night.
Yeah. And hey, if you're watching this on replay, thank you so much for watching these shows. I did on the community tab here on Johnny B TV on YouTube. I asked a question whether people watch these shows live or on replay, you know, later, or both, or whatever. And it was a pretty mixed answers, but people were saying that you know, they have to watch. If they have to watch it, they do it live, you know, or or if they have to watch on replay because they're in a different part of the planet, they watch. And actually, it was somebody, I'm sorry, I forget who it was, but they were saying they're in the UK, and they would like us to do a live show for the UK at some point.
Oh,
you know, so I said definitely we'll plan to do something. Obviously, it'll be a different time, you know, for us.
Oh, like earlier in the day on like a weekend or something like that.
Probably earlier. Yeah, probably earlier in the day or something. But yeah, that's something we can plan and we can promote it so people know about it. Because every time I go live on the channel here, if I go live like totally different times than normal, than the scheduled stuff, you see all new people in the chat.
Yeah,
you know, all different people. It's like, hey, I haven't seen your name in years. You know, this type of thing.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll definitely do that.
So does anybody, I would love to know this, does anybody watch these shows more than once. Like whether it's the Tuesday, the Friday, the Saturday night. Saturday night might be tough. Well, I guess Tuesday will be tough to watch twice too because it's so long.
Yeah.
And does anybody send these, like share these out to their friends on their social media posts? I know some people do, but should get everybody to do that.
That'd be a huge help. If you love watching these shows, hit that share button. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the share the post.
CHER?
Yes. But yeah, share these videos, share them out on Twitter, on Facebook. You can tag us. You can tag me at Johnny Beane, or hashtag Johnny Beane or Johnny Beane TV. Tag us in those shares. And as I've always said, if you retweet the stuff, if you tweet it out, I'll retweet you.
Ooh.
So there you go. There you go. So let's see. Yeah, so I've got some stuff here. Well, yeah, let's go into some of this. I've got some.
You have an unboxing as well tonight, don't you?
I do. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, it's over there. I have an unboxing. I dragged out a whole bunch of Van Halen 45s, vinyl singles. They're all lined up right here.
Line them up.
It looks like there's 3 of them. No, there's way more than 3 sitting there.
There's 33 1/3 of them.
There's several. And so we can go through some of those. I'll show them off. For you vinyl, fans out there. We're getting text messages. Oh yeah, it's another thing. There's a phone number right down below. 415-952-3263. You can text us photos of Van Halen, you want us to show. I'm getting a text message right now. Is that Frank? Frank is texting me. He's giving me some cool ideas for the show. Thank you, Frank.
Oh, very cool.
Thank you, man. So let's do this. Let me switch over to the other brand. It would be this one. Something might change. Oh, it's just that. Okay. All right. So here's some. Here's a few different pictures we can look at. Here's one that I posted. I posted this everywhere. Pretty cool picture of Edward Van Halen in 1998 Van Halen 3 era. And I put the caption this. I don't know if you saw that. It was all over Facebook and Instagram and actually here on the channel as well. Brian Davies, you're welcome, man. Hey now. So hey, I'm sure some of you guys saw that. Pretty cool picture.
Pretty cool pants. Those are corduroy, aren't they? Aren't they red corduroy?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Playing the PV Wolfgang. It looks like the purple. If you really look close, you'll see a purple hue to the. Pull my mic over here to the guitar.
Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way.
There we are.
Yeah, I can kind of see.
So, if you guys saw this post, it was all over the internet. I put caption this. So in the chat tonight, caption this photo in the chat on YouTube and Facebook. What do you think he's thinking there? And let us know in the chat. And
friction pants, Kurt says. Yeah, man, you walk fast in those corduroy pants, man, your inner thighs start to get hot.
Oh, I used to wear corduroys as well. Yeah. I had some.
In the wintertime, you wear them outside in the snow. Man, talk about when those things get wet, they weigh like 50 pounds.
So that's a cool picture right there. So yeah, leave a in the comments. Caption that picture. Let us know what you think he's saying there. And here's a couple other cool pictures that I posted out throughout the week. By the way, on Instagram, I have an EVH fan account I call EVH Gear Live, and throughout the week, pretty much every day, almost every day, I post something over there, and these are a few of the pictures that I posted or reposted. So anyway, here's a cool one right here, playing another purple guitar. You can actually tell this one's purple. Purple Ernie Bone Music Man. And looking at this picture, what year do you think that was, if you were to guess?
I would say it's well, the neck pickup is flipped. So I would say that's, oh man.
In the chat can guess as well. What picture? What year do you think that picture is?
I'm trying to think. Did he flip it at 93, 90? Yeah, it had to be, right? It wasn't earlier than that, obviously. When did he flip it?
John Biel. Where's John Biel at? I want to say 90. No, that doesn't make sense. I would say 93 is when he flipped it. Robbie Johnston. Robbie Johnston. Yeah. Robbie Johnston, thank you so much. Wolfgang's release hit #1 on several charts. Do you think this was because of the quality of the material or just the hype? I think the album is... Robbie! Come on. Where is that? There it is. Man. Well, first of all, yeah, let's finish the picture. All right, so we're getting a lot of people.
When did it's got to be 93 or 94.
We're getting 93, we're getting 58, 99, Carnival Lodge Tour,
1999,
95, 92, 91, 92. We're getting a lot of answers here. 93. 93. All right. Myself, I would say this picture is 93. Possibly overseas, like over in Europe, somewhere. That's what I would think.
Yeah.
So
Caleb would know just by the hair. he wouldn't even have to look at the damn neck pickup. He would see the hair. Oh, February 17th. Instantly the time of day he will know.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to
this loaded question.
Where is it? Did I lose it? Here it is.
Fair.
Robbie Johnston. Thank you for the $5, man. Wolfgang's release hit #1 on several charts. Do you think this was because of the quality of the material or just the hype?
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go?
Sure.
All right. I think it's a lot of both. Obviously, as a Van Halen fan, I want the kid to rock. I want him to be very successful. I want Wolfgang to be the reason why rock and hard rock get back to the forefront of music and pop music. not pop music, but you know what I mean? Like in the 80s and early 90s, it was rock, and hard rock was in the forefront.
Right. Right.
And I think he can have a big hand in doing that. So obviously, I think a lot of the fans, Van Halen fans, were excited and are excited. So it definitely helped. And the music is good. I mean, everybody has their own opinion about everything, and that's fine. But I think the kid is very talented. Calling him a kid, he's 30 years old. But then again, I'm 44, so whatever. I'm excited to see how the tour goes and everything, and very excited to hear what the second album will be. And I know the first album just came out, but to see kind of if he's going to kind of stay in the same ballpark, or if he's going to kind of branch out and maybe do some different stuff.
I think I heard or read.
I could see him getting heavier, which I'd love that, but.
I think did I hear it? Did I hear this or I read it? That his second record is he's already worked on it, or it's already done. Like, because it's he's been working on this stuff for many years. So let me know in the chat if you heard or read that same thing. I think I heard it, because I run the second biggest Van Halen group on Facebook, so I see like all this stuff that people talk about all the time, and I think somebody in there was saying that Wolfgang had said that maybe the material for the second record is like already done, like he already has the material written for it. Maybe that's what it was. And by the way, this is in the brand new Guitar World magazine. There's an article with Wolfgang. So that's awesome. And Robbie Johnston, my take on your question, I like what Jay was saying. I think it's a combination. I think it's a combination of both. It's the quality of the music. It's when you say hype, I mean he's definitely been promoting the record, like right out of the gate. I mean, all of a sudden, there it is, and every week there's something new. I mean, look at this. You get Guitar World magazine. He has how many music videos now? Like within a very short amount of time. There's like every once a month or few weeks or whatever it was. There's several different music videos. The singles. Obviously, the singles and the music videos are the same. But this record was definitely it's been very well promoted. There's special editions. There's the vinyl, which I did an unboxing last week. Thank you again, Music Therapy Laz, for the autographed. I have an autographed vinyl of mammothwvh. But yeah, I think it's definitely it's a combination. It's a combination, and like what we were saying earlier about image or about entertainment. I mean, Wolfgang, he's trying to create his own, he wants to be his own person. He doesn't want to, put out a record and be playing Van Halen songs on tour. That's the last thing I think he wants to do. That's the last thing I would want him to do. I think a lot of us diehard fans, we want him to do his own thing, and I'm very proud of him and that he's doing his own thing. So I hope any of that answered your question.
Yeah, obviously it does not hurt that his father was Eddie Van Halen.
No, not
obviously
at all.
It does not hurt.
No, well, I mean, it's like a double-edged thing. It's like with any offspring of let's say celebrities. It's like people might expect him to he is carrying on the Van Halen name, but it's with his own stuff. His own music, his own brand of rock.
But I feel, I think in most cases, I think it's very difficult, and I could be wrong, correct me if I am. It's very difficult for the offspring of huge rock star with a huge band and all that stuff to kind of make it doing their own thing, because instantly, there's that stigma of like, oh, the only reason that you're in that position is because of this, or because of who this is or whatever like that. And the fact that he is standing on his own, I think, kind of the quality of the material thing, whether you're a fan of that style or not, when you listen to this stuff, I mean, if you don't like it, that's fine, but I don't think you can listen to it and be like, oh, this is crap. Like it's good music. Mm-hmm. And he's able to stand on his own, considering all that I just said about, I see it all the time. Oh, this person from this, this person's son from this band has their own band. And I'm the type of person that's kind of like, yeah, whatever. I don't even care about it, even if I'm a fan of that band. But, with Wolfgang, it's a little different. I think the fact that he is literally doing his own thing sounds nothing like Van Halen. I don't even know if I'm making any sense at this point.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to say something that maybe makes no sense. But listen, hear me out. Okay, here, let's do this. Okay, let me know in the chat if what I'm going to say makes no sense at all and like I'm crazy. Okay, but who was it? He was saying, or some crap music.
Whatever. What?
Whatever. Bad music, and you might disagree with me, but this is the truth. Bad music does not go to how am I trying to word this?
If you're going to say bad music does not go to number one, look no further than WAP or whatever the hell it is.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Bad music, there's a reason why music goes to number one. And if the thing is, whether you think something is bad, the next person might disagree.
Yeah.
They might like that. And what I'm trying, does that make, what I'm trying,
dude, it's hard to
what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to
remember, we're live. If you say something the wrong way,
I know. No, stuff doesn't get popular if it sucks. There's a reason why stuff is pop. There's a reason why people like stuff.
Well, let's just kind of say rock music, because the hip hop and the stuff that is number one nowadays, like a lot of that stuff is just like, it is crap.
Well, I mean, it's
a lot of that stuff. It's basically just because it's catchy is part of the reason why.
Yeah,
it's a difficult topic, man.
I know, but there is a reason why stuff. How am I trying to say this? The reason why stuff, I'm going to say floats, but there's a reason. You guys know what I'm trying to say. There's a reason for that.
Everybody in the chat, what's Johnny trying to say?
There's a reason for that, and it's not. It's. Hey, Kurt Jeffries. Hey, good to see you, man. Your knowledge and passion is top level. Kurt Jeffries, thank you so much, man.
There you go.
Thank you so much, Kurt Jeffries. Everybody.
Yeah.
He was the guy who was on stage with Van Halen in Detroit, 1984. The guy that won the Lost a Weekend with Van Halen contest. That's Kurt. That's it. Good to see you, man.
Well, somebody, who was it? Wow, where the frick is it? Where'd it go? Nobody comment for a second so I can find. Hold on. Where'd it go?
No,
somebody
but see,
said something about oh, okay. Christopher Live says good music has shelf life, and us listeners know what it is. Kids don't. All right. He makes a point there because, I still listen to the majority of music that I grew up listening to. And that stuff is, it's classic music, not classic rock, not what I'm trying to say, but classic music. Like there's substance to it. It's, people will be listening to that stuff for years and years and years, generations. Whereas the pop music, that's on the radio now, yeah, it's popular for a couple months, maybe even 6 months. But that stuff does have a shelf life, and it's usually very quick because there's not a lot to it. It's literally a very repetitive chorus with a simple beat to it.
Right.
That it gets stuck in your head very easily because it is very simple.
And what I was trying to say is there's a reason why it's there. There's a reason why it gets popular.
To piss off us old farts.
Whether you like it or not. Here's what I'm trying to say. Anything that becomes popular, the cover of a magazine, on MTV, on whatever it is, the reason why it's there is because if it was like the worst thing in the world, well, see, that still doesn't make sense.
Dude, it's tricky, man. I know what you mean.
There's a reason. Anything that gets your attention, there's a reason why it gets your attention. Maybe that's the simplest way I can say it. Maybe that's it. But taking it back to Van Halen, Wolfgang Van Halen. No, the reason why his stuff is going to number one is because the music is great, and yes, his last name is Van Halen, so he gets the attention of being a Van Halen. But him doing his own thing with it is exactly the right move.
Yeah.
Of what he should be doing, to do his own thing and to have his own career as a musician. I mean, yeah, there's been other offsprings of let's say like Frank Sinatra. His son, Frank Sinatra Jr. He was doing the whole Frank Sinatra trip.
He cashed in on that.
He was singing his dad's songs, dressed up exactly like his dad.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a difference though. Obviously, Wolfgang is a very talented musician who was writing his own music, even when he was still, when Van Halen was still rocking. And somebody mentioned, I just cut myself off there. That's very nice of me. Somebody mentioned, who was Jacob Dylan's,
right.
Yeah. Bob Dylan's kid. Obviously he had a very successful, couple years, I guess, right? What band was that again?
Wallflowers?
I mean, I didn't like that stuff, but again, when I heard it on the radio, I knew why it was popular and I knew why people were listening to it, even though I wasn't a fan of it. So there's that one as well. But the thing with Sinatra's kid, it's like obviously he saw an opportunity to get paid. I'll just go out and do my dad's routine, and that's fine too.
I mean, maybe he did his own thing earlier in life. I don't know.
Maybe it didn't work, and he's like, "Hey, this is a great opportunity."
I just remember seeing video of him singing his dad's songs, doing the same trip, which still is cool. I mean, it's fine, but
you kind of said it, dude. You kind of said it, like, as a Van Halen nut, the last thing I want to see is Wolfgang out there, playing a Van Halen concert,
right.
Putting on, it's a different story if like if he comes out during the show and maybe he plays 316 or something as kind of like, maybe on one of his dad's guitars. I think we'll all kind of tear up.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But something like that is great. Something like that is great. Maybe a song or something as well, but I want to see him do his own thing, and he is doing his own thing, as opposed to, just trying to, I hate saying this, but cash in on his dad's legacy,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, but everybody has different reasons too. I mean, none of it really is right or wrong, regardless of whatever it is. It's all entertainment, and people might disagree. You know, I'm sure there's people out there. That's in the Van Halen group, second biggest on Facebook. I see all the time, people saying, "Oh, there should be a tribute, tour with Wolfgang on guitar and Alex on drums and Sammy and Dave singing, Mike on bass." And I'm sure, a lot of people would love that. Personally, myself, it's
not realistic.
I would rather not. I mean, maybe if they played, I mean, it would depend. It would depend, but there is no replacing Edward Van Halen. I mean, nobody can replace him. They can go out and get the greatest tribute guitar player, and it'd still be now, because it's not him.
And the thing is I think that kind of, the reason I feel like that is that, like, Van Halen had virtually an entire career. It's not like one of the band members at the height of their popularity passed away and one of their kids kind of took over. It's not like that. Like, Van Halen had their whole career. You know what I mean? So I don't want to see something like that happen now. Like, oh, we're putting this together. But, a concert or something, or a few gigs, kind of like a tribute thing where a bunch of musicians come out and pay tribute to Eddie Van Halen. That's something that obviously they mentioned that will happen in time, where you got Nuno out there, all these great guitar players and musicians, and they get on stage together and jam some Van Halen tunes. Sammy, I don't think Dave would probably take part in it, but whatever.
You mentioned Nuno, so I have to show my picture.
I'm sure Paul Gilbert would be there as well. That's something that will happen, I'm sure, eventually. But I don't want to see Van Halen go on tour with somebody else on guitar other than Eddie Van Halen.
No,
I don't want to see it.
No. I mean, that's what's so special about Van Halen, is that's one of those bands where you really can't replace. I mean, yeah, they've had different singers over the years, and Wolfgang, took over for bass. But the main focus of that band was always Edward Van Halen, and he can't be replaced ever. And especially, if let's say the band wanted to continue with a different guitar player, it's like, no, that's just wrong.
It's wrong. And like I said, it's not right. Like, if this was 1983 or something, like I said, at the height of a band's popularity,
right?
That's a different story.
Back during Fair Warning. We see those stories about how Edward was approached to join Kiss.
Yeah.
Whether that stuff is true or not, I don't, I mean, just imagine if Edward left Van Halen. What do you, in the chat? That's a good question. What do you guys think? Let's say, what was that? After Fair Warning? Before Fair Warning? Whenever that took place?
What'd you say again?
In 1981, there's stories.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
About
I don't know the time.
About Eddie. Did he approach Kiss, or did they approach?
No, I thought Gene asked him to join.
It seems like Gene was always after Van Halen, because I mean, ever since the beginning, because he helped finance their demo. He flew, for those of you who don't know, I'm sure you guys all know this story, but Gene Simmons saw Van Halen play, and he flew them to New York to record and to meet with his manager at the time, which was Bill Aucoin. And side note, when I was working with Desmond Child, and Desmond Child was the guy who wrote all the big stuff. Well, for Kiss, I was made for Loving You was a Desmond Child song. And Aerosmith, dude looks like a lady. All those tunes. That's all Desmond Child songs. Yeah, Bon Jovi, You Could Live a Bad Name. All Desmond Child songs. Anyway,
isn't that amazing?
Point, yeah.
God.
Yeah. My point is, when I was living with the guy,
just living with the guy.
Yeah, I was just living with the guy. See, to me, that's why all the stuff is normal, because I've done we've done a lot of this stuff that people dream about doing, and now we can have our own YouTube shows and talk about it. It's great. But when I was working with Desmond, this was years ago, we met with Bill Aucoin, and he came to one of our shows, and he was sitting right in the front watching us play, his feet on the table, smoking a cigar. It was exactly the same thing like when they would tell or Michael Anthony would tell the story about going to see Bill Aucoin, and it was the exact same thing that happened to me.
That's not a lot of pressure, huh?
With the guy. Oh, I couldn't believe it, because I knew exactly who he was because of the Van Halen connection to it. I'm like, wow, that he's well, it was if anything, it's like, hey, well, that's the guy that passed on Van Halen. I couldn't believe it.
You idiot! In the microphone, you passed on. What, you idiot? This guy right here, everybody.
What were you thinking? Yeah, but see, if he hadn't, Ted Templeman, it wouldn't have been the same. Van Halen would not. Maybe they would have gotten as big as they did. Maybe not, but it wouldn't have been the same thing.
Dude, when you hear those,
they wouldn't have recorded that Sunset Sound.
Dude, when you hear those demos, when you hear that demo, it sounds like Kiss.
I know.
Roth isn't there yet.
Right.
I don't think they would have had that, that very, just their own sound. I don't think they would have had their own sound. And I think Templeman was a huge part of him and Landy getting Roth, his vocal chops up.
Yeah.
So and obviously I think that didn't they have a lot to do with like the backing vocals too, the harmonies and stuff.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So dude, it's all about, number one, timing. With anything in life is mostly about timing.
Timing.
What?
Timing is a huge part in, I would say, everything. If anything happens at a certain time, that's because it was the right time for that.
Yep.
Like what I was saying earlier, crap music. If you guys think it sucks, but it's number one, there's a reason why it's number one. There's a reason for everything. Anything that succeeds, there's a reason for that. Whether you stumble into it, like I kind of have over the years, not that I'm successful, but like what I'm doing here, doing a YouTube show. I never planned this, but at the same time, now I am starting to plan exactly what I'm doing, because you have to. I don't know what I was just saying. I just saw another thing. Did I show this yet? Michael B.
Boner James is here. Hey, Boner James.
Hey, Boner. Every genre has fluff and depth. Rock, hip hop, and others. Rock isn't special. It's just special to us.
Rock is special. I'll tell you why. Anything that you have to learn how to play an instrument, especially something as intricate as guitar and singing, that type of thing. And I get it. Like he says, every genre has fluff and depth. Yeah, I get it. But rock is special because you literally have to learn how to play a musical instrument to do it. So that's what makes any kind of music that you have to learn to play an instrument special. When all you have to do is put a backing track on with a beat and a drum line and a drum, a drum beat and a bass line, and just talk over it or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool. I get it, but you don't have to invest hours and hours and hours and give up your social life in order to become good at something. It's a whole different thing. That's what makes rock and metal, country. Well, country, yeah. It's a whole different thing, man. It's a whole different thing. And I get it. Hip hop producers are talented. Yeah, I mean, they're writing these songs that are going number one, and for the younger audience, I get it. But there's rock is definitely special.
Yeah, but there's a skill though there as well. There's a skill in everything. You have to have there has to be something there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people that spin records, like what you were saying. You know, hip hop DJs. There is a talent to that. Not everybody can do that.
I know.
If somebody said to me, "Hey, here's the headphones, here's 2 turntables and a microphone, you know, go ahead and do what it is and make," you know, I can't even do this, you know,
Do bubblegum and walk at the same time.
and roller skate backwards. I can't even do that stuff. But so there is a skill to that. There is a talent to that. And you know, whether you like it or not, whoever, you know, it's there's a
Yes,
place. There's
yes,
a place
but
for
hold on a second, and somebody's going to watch this and think I'm a complete moron. But I understand everything takes a skill. Anything that is, everything takes some kind of effort and time into getting to a certain level. And yes, spinning records and all that stuff. I used to do that with my little Fisher-Price record player and think it was the coolest thing ever. I wasn't good at it, but it was cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the time and it takes to learn something like that to get to an efficient level is a lot less than learning to play guitar to get to that efficient level. You know what I mean? Like people, you talk to guys like Vi and I'm sure Eddie Van Halen would have said the same thing. You know, childhoods were given up for them to perform to get to that level. You know, some guys talking about playing, 8, 9, 10 hours a day of guitar to get to a certain level. I mean, that's literally giving up life to get to that, point or get to that level of skill and talent. So, that's a whole different ball game, man. Whole different ball game.
I think it's just different. I think it just depends on what it is. I can see both sides to it. No, regardless of whatever it is, if you're working on doing something and putting all your time into it, yeah, you're sacrificing whatever it is.
Same thing with athletes too. I mean, to get to and especially in sports, I mean, it's all about competition. So you have to put in the time because of the competition you're going to be facing. And that's a good trait to have, I think, in anything in life, is a little bit of a competitive edge where, you don't want to go to a show. I remember we did a tour and what was there was an Australian band we toured with. Their name was, the band's name was Day's End. And they had this one guitar player. I think his name was Aaron. And I remember the first show we played with those guys, and we had never heard of them before, And I remember I was warming up backstage. I was, I wasn't doing anything crazy. And he comes in and he was a super friendly guy, super cool. And he came in and he started warming up. I put my guitar down. I was nervous of playing in front of this dude because he was so good. I was like, oh my God. Like he was just ripping the guitar apart. And I was like, man, not that I thought I was anything great, but I was like, I can hold my own with certain things. Oh no. Like, and that's where that competitive thing came in. I was like, shoot, this guy's crushing me over here. So
I mean, myself, as far as guitar, it was never a competition to me. Whether somebody was faster than me or whatever it was, because myself, I always enjoyed playing, and I enjoyed, now I enjoy creating, writing, and what I write, that guy can't write. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah,
it's, whatever, the process of creating whatever it is, pick up an instrument, come up with something until you get it to where, oh, that's really good. I like that. That's something that's very special. And so for myself, if somebody, was flashy, oh, look at all this, to me, it was okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And if I liked it, I liked it. If I didn't, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
it
get
was,
it. I mean,
it was never, Nobody ever made me put the guitar away.
Lucky you, man.
But it was people.
I ended up like wanting to ask him for lessons. I was like, man, this dude, you know. But he was one of those guys that like he wasn't cocky about it or anything, you know. He was just very cool, you know. So
well, yeah, that's great. That's great because there's nothing more embarrassing for them when people are walking around like, hey, I'm awesome. And
oh yeah, I've seen that as well, and that's I don't like that at all. You know, I'd rather deal with people that think they suck. You know, but and I've mentioned this I think early on when I started coming on here with you guys, but like, you know, my experience for touring was always the first day of a tour, right? The first gig, all the bands get there, and at least this is my experience. The drummers, as soon as everybody would get there and load-in would start, the drummers would all converge. Oh man, what kind of kit you got? Oh, what cymbals you using? Oh, is that high? You like those hi-hats? Oh, what sticks? What pedals you using? Oh, you like those beaters? Like just all over each other. Guitar players, separate corners of the venue. You know, it was the craziest thing. And then after a few gigs, everybody, like your guitarists would kind of warm up to each other and kind of, you know, but I think it's just the guitar players and drummers are two different brains. They really are. Like drummers, I think, you know, they don't have that cockiness that I think a lot of guitarists do have, where the ego kind of thing, you know, is there because, you know, let's face it, a lot of that goes into guitar playing has a little bit of ego attached to it.
Yeah, because the thing is, drummers, you never see that, and let me know in the chat if this is right. You never see the ego with the drummers because they're always in the back.
Yeah.
So it's like they're all in the back anyway. So it's not.
But you knew the ones that did have the ego because they're the ones standing up between songs and, you know, throwing the sticks in the air and doing all the tricks. Oh. You know, with the flipping the sticks and all that stuff and standing up doing like the Lars and stuff like that. Like, you know, could tell he wanted the attention on him, you know.
Speaking of that, happy birthday to Stuart Copeland.
Oh, there you go.
Stuart Copeland. It's his birthday. Speaking of drummers that stand up and throw sticks around and talk and have egos. Yeah. Now he's one of my favorites, man.
He's great.
Huge. He's one of my all-time favorites. And I'm very lucky that I've got to meet him a few times and talk to him. But
he's one of those guys that had a very unique and his own sound. You know, when he hit those the hi-hat and the snare drum, you knew it was him instantly.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. 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 And really quickly, for myself. Yeah, I know. Hellstorm. I was about to mention that. Yeah. The guy from Night Ranger, Kelly. He sits on he's actually in front. His drum set is sideways in front of the stage. But he was a lead singer too. So he was a lead part of the band as well. So
yeah, because if you have a drummer that sings, it's very weird to have them in the back. You know, so there should be, you know, that side view type of thing. You know, I get it.
Yeah. But yeah, for myself though, when we were going on tour one year, we rehearsed in Hollywood at this place called Swing House, which has since closed down, but it was one of the top rehearsal studios in Hollywood. And actually, the guy that ran it was actually from out here, Walnut Creek, where I am from. But anyway, I remember we went on tour one year. This was years ago, and the first show I think was in San Diego at this place called the Beauty Bar, and it was just a dive. You know,
the Beauty Bar, and it was
called it was called the Beauty Bar, and it had like old style, like the hairdresser type stuff from the 50s, all lined up. You know, the hair dryers.
The big,
you know that stuff.
Helmet things. Yeah.
It had all that stuff like lined up, and so I remember seeing that stuff. But I remember we were setting up to do the first show, and I remember, and this is something every show of that tour. This is how I am. I'm always looking to help everybody.
Mhm.
And I remember some of the guitar players going through their stuff. You know, let's say if it wasn't my turn, I would go and I'd help them set up. I would help them set up their stuff. Any guitar player that broke a string during a show, I grab my guitar, I throw them my guitar.
That's in a different tuning.
You know? Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. But no, so it's crazy because there were so many shows where something would go wrong with one of the opening bands. Not even because we were three different bands on tour, but we'd get to some venues and there'd be another opening band, like a local to that.
Yeah, local band, yep.
And so I remember one band showing up and their guitar player didn't have a guitar. So I gave them my guitar. Yeah.
You are a better man than I am, because if somebody that goes to a gig without a guitar,
yeah, it was weird. It was very strange.
Dude,
that was in Fresno. That was in Fresno, California.
We've talked about this before, Johnny. Now, again, you are a different breed of cat. You definitely are, because I understand wanting to help, and I've done this before. We played some local gig years ago at some VFW Firehouse, or I forget what the hell it was.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a band that played before us. Their guitar player broke a string. I went up there and I grabbed his guitar and changed the string for him, as you know, because he had a backup piece of crap, and changed it for him. And guitar players in the chat, you let me know if you feel the same way or if you agree with Johnny. A guitar, especially a guitar that you are on tour with or you're playing gigs with, is usually your number one, right? Now, unless you gave the kid the backup, I don't know, but
no,
these are very personal things.
I gave them my number one.
A connection that we have with our guitar. And especially, like, if you give your guitar to somebody who's up there thrashing around with it, grabbing the bar and picking it up and jacking it.
Well, no.
Doing all these flipping, spinning it around, next thing you know, it flies off the strap into the rafters. Because I've had speaking of Jimmy, my drummer, there were shows where another drummer from a different band would like break the snare in the middle of a set, or his double bass drum pedal gets stripped or something, and the left pedal isn't working, or something crazy, or a cymbal. And there was one show I remember, I'm not going to name the band, but I forget if it was a cymbal or a snare, but Jimmy let him borrow. I forget if it was a Crash or China or the snare drum.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid was just wailing on it like it owed him money. And I remember Jimmy saying, like, to me, obviously, because he didn't want to, get into a fisticuffs or anything, but like, if somebody is letting you use something like that, and we all know musical equipment is not cheap, and to like wail on something that's not yours is just, to me, disrespectful, But so anyway, when you let that kid borrow your guitar, did he take care of it? Was he up there with gloves on, like just barely touching it?
Actually, that particular time, it was a she. I remember.
Oh, of course. Oh, you can use mine.
But there was another time at another venue, I think it was in San Francisco, where there was some dude, he broke a string. I threw him my guitar, I grabbed his guitar, changed the string for him, and then he continued the set with my guitar. But no, I'm just saying, if I'm playing a show and if there's other band or musicians in general, if something happens, and I know it's stressful.
Oh, definitely.
It's some people can't handle that. Like I've seen, people where their stuff isn't working and they stop a show trying to figure something out. Our friend Margaret. Margaret Scranton, we was on here with us. Remember, I was telling a story about how we played a show together at the Stuart Club in Oakland, and she broke a string, and during their set, she was restringing her guitar. I remember telling her that. Remember, we had her on here. Mm-hmm. It was a while back.
She was great. Yep.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Good night, Amanda.
Good night, Amanda. But no, I'm just saying, and we'll Well, I've got some other stuff. Oh yeah, I'm going to show the. I've got some 45s to show you guys. By the way,
wait a second.
yes.
It's Nerd Halen has a question. He's asked it a couple times. The guitar that you lent or let that chick borrow, which guitar was it? And was the fretboard dirty as hell? Did she like? Oh no, I don't know. I'm gonna play with that one tonight. Or did you hand her a tetanus shot with it?
No, it was the Tele. It was my Telecaster Deluxe. Whatever you call it, the 72 reissue Tele. Oh yeah, the fretboard was dirty as well, but you know, I mean, if I was in that position and something happened, yeah, there you go. Somebody, you take whatever you can get. You know? Hey, Sherman Callahan.
Did she at least have guitar picks?
I don't know. I've given away guitar picks too.
Did she have an amp?
I don't know.
Was she good?
I don't know.
At guitar, was she good at guitar?
I don't remember. This was a long time ago.
Did you get payment after the show in any kind of form for letting her use your guitar? Was she hot? Come on.
I have no idea. I can't remember. I really can't remember any of this.
Oh, come on. We all remember the hot ones.
But all I'm saying is, let's say if we were on tour, if we were playing a show and you broke a string or your pedal,
know each other. We're friends. That's a different story.
But no, even if I didn't know you, I would give my gear to whoever to let them finish their set.
Well, okay. We have done the thing where if a band is playing before us and we're like main support or something, we'll let the band that plays before us use like our cabs or something like that. Like obviously they're going to use their own, you know, whether they have effects or a head or something.
Yeah, or you share amps.
You want to give the bands that play before you as much room as possible because we all know that it gets kind of squished up there. I remember we played with who is it? Soulfly or no, it wasn't Soulfly. El Nino? I forget who it was. And maybe it was. I forget who it was. But anyway, we had literally like a foot and a half of stage of room to stand in front. Well, we were like at the edge of the stage. And it was like, what is going on here? You know, like, is it even, you know, it was funny, but at the same time, you can't really move around when you literally have no room on stage. You know, their setup was just like crazy.
We played those shows as well where you're like this. Yep. And there's a pole right next to you too, playing in the basement. I think in Portland, we played in the basement of some restaurant or something. I remember the stage was like the size of like that carpet, you know, in front of the door there. Oh,
whoa, earthquake. Hey, no.
Yeah, no, I just hit my desk. And I'm, you know, you're sitting here playing like this, and you know, it's and
but the band members, in my
band, it's great, man.
Our singer used to go crazy on stage, and when there's no room, he'd still try to do it. You know, I'm like, dude, I'm trying to play. You know, but whatever.
Oh no, man, that's when you know you really love doing this, playing music, and yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh, I was about to leave. Oh, okay.
I gotta pee real bad.
Yeah, so do I. My Waterloo.
Wait a second. Majestic PB&J Cat says that happened to me opening up for Mushroomhead. When did you play with Mushroomhead? Because we toured with those guys in 04, 06. I think we did 2 tours with them in 06. And then they brought us out before we were even signed or anything in 2004. Is that around the same time frame? Because maybe we did a show together. Who knows?
Oh, wow.
Is that when you knocked the amp off the stage? Stephen Franklin says, oh, our old singer. We were playing some local show in Newburgh, New York. And the stage was it was almost like a flatbed truck, but it was inside. I forget. It was like a makeshift stage, dude. Like if you walked on it, it was like this, you know, it like bounced if you just walked on the damn thing. So anyway, our singer was trying to move our guitar player Mike's cabinet, kind of like shift it over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, next thing you know, it tipped. He lost like control of it, and his Mike's guitar that was on a guitar stand fell off the side of that makeshift stage, and then his his guitar cabinet fell on top of his guitar. And the guitar was fine. I couldn't believe it. I'll be right back.
Wow. Dang. Yeah. So hey everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. Make sure to leave a thumbs up. And again, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's subscriber only chat. So just hit the subscribe button. You're in. And you won't regret it because we're very nice people. So hey, let me give a quick shout out to some of our sponsors. You got Swiss Picks. Little yellow, different, better. SwissPicks.com. Check them out. Very cool. Here, let me do this. Keenan, you send me a message. Let me see. What does that say? Maybe you're on a different account. Yeah, you want to click the subscribe button to the channel, and you should get right in. All right. So anyway, yeah, Swiss Picks. Very cool guitar picks. They're friends of ours. Check them out. This is the Jason Becker blue cheese right there.
Hey, does anybody know if they maybe I should check this out myself, but do they have Swiss Picks where the holes are in different places? Because I kind of hold my picks towards the front of the pick, especially during rhythm. And when I tried out the Swiss Picks, I felt like the holes were too far back to get like the most out of the pick. You know what I mean? Where the grip, the sweet spot is. So I wonder if he has any different versions where maybe the holes are, especially that one hole is closer to the front where I can kind of grip it a little better. You know what I mean? So
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We got to find out.
But
hey, Testy Switch, another friend and sponsor of these shows. If you like switches, stutter switches, kill switches, go to Tessie Switch. And
best in the business.
Tessie, here we go. Go to the website and where's the use code JohnnyBean15 when ordering from tessieswitch.com/shop. That's what you want to do.
And that's on anything on his website, which is really, really cool. And make sure that when you order something from Tessie, well, if they're using the code, they're going to know. Never mind. I'm going to shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. Use the code JohnnyBean15 when ordering from tessieswitch.com/shop. Make sure you do that. And then FU Tone.
Yeah.
They have all kinds of stuff. But if you want the big block, if you want, they have pickups. They have guitars now.
Yes, they do.
They've got guitars. They've got all kinds of stuff. They got the hex hider, that we use. Go to fu-tone.com. Been seeing a lot of cool pictures from Adam from FU Tone from Summer NAMM, actually, which is happening. Which is going on right now. I think it was only 2 days, so it was either today or tomorrow, or it was yesterday and today. I'm not sure.
I think yesterday and today, maybe something like that.
Very short.
That's what she said. Wait a minute. We got Colonel's popcorn as well. We need a refill.
Popcorn?
Yep.
You got popcorn, Colonel's popcorn. Here's the thing right here. Yeah, make sure to mention me or Jay Hannon when ordering, and you will get more product.
Yeah, and it's good product.
Oh, it's amazing stuff.
There we go.
You'll eat it all, and you'll be ordering more instantly.
And the best time to watch or to eat that popcorn and chocolate cashews, if you order that stuff, you got to get the chocolate cashews, is on a Tuesday night or a Friday night or a Straturday night or the last Wednesday of every month.
Did I delete that card? Dang it. I'm looking for a Strat. Yeah, I deleted the old Saturday night cards. There aren't any. Oh, here's the newer one. There's a latest. Somewhat latest one right there, yeah.
Nerd Halen, are you going to be joining us tomorrow? Or does he have a show tomorrow night? When is Nerd Halen's first show back? I should probably know this, shouldn't I?
I don't know. Speaking of Saturday night with your host, John BL, that video is already there. It's waiting. And as soon as after the credits are done here tonight, don't leave, because once I end this video, it'll take you directly to tomorrow night's video. So make sure you leave a thumbs up on tomorrow. Well, first of all, leave a thumbs up on tonight's video. We're up to 80 thumbs ups here on YouTube.
Wow.
He says August 1st is their show. So it's in less than a month. So yeah, leave a thumbs up tonight on this video. Leave a thumbs up on tomorrow night's video, Saturday Night Live. That's with your host, John BL. There he is with his Colonel's popcorn, having a great time. So happy.
We should have we should hold on, put that back up. Put that back up. We should get some chocolate cashews dripping down somewhere. I don't know. Never mind. Nerd Halen's first show is August 1st. First show back. So he said he'll be on tomorrow night.
Awesome. Keenan, there you are. You made it. Keenan Neighbors. Great to see you, man.
But we got to get to that unboxing, Johnny. It's already 9:46 here.
Oh, okay. Dang. All right. So I have an unboxing. I've got some 45s I'll show right there. And actually, I got to go refill this can, if you know what I mean.
All right. You refill that can. I'm going to read Boner Jam's comment.
Read comments. I'll leave my camera on.
Okay. Well, first off, Thrash Metal and Fun Riff says, see the live vintage VHS captures of Slayer, Megadeth, and Anthrax here. Celebrities Playlist. Dude, one of my favorite live concerts, obviously besides the Live at the Net one, the Metallica 89 Seattle one. Right up there with those, man, is the 87 Anthrax live concert. I wish they would re-release that because it's great. You know, and there's obviously, I think a lot of it is fixed in the studio. You know, there's a lot of parts where you can tell the rhythm guitars, they're just too damn tight to be moving around as much as those guys were, to be that tight. So I think a lot of it was re-recorded. And obviously there's a few songs where it's very noticeable that Joey Belladonna's vocals were redone in the studio because it even sounds different, you know, and there's parts where he's pulling the mic away after saying something and, you know, he's still singing, but at the same time, it's still a great concert. Let's see. Boner Jam said, can we change the thumbs to boners for Metal Wednesday? Please click on the erection if you're enjoying the show.
Wow.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
All right. So yeah, I do have an unboxing here. Well, it's a package. It's not a box.
Unbagging or enveloping? What is
Unpacking. Unpacking, is it? So hey, we'll do this. We'll do this. Some of you guys might know what this is if you watch enough of these shows. How many of you guys watch like every show? That's a good poll. Let's do that. Do you watch every show? Yes. No.
Maybe so.
What would be a good? Maybe so. What's another good one?
I don't watch any.
Hell no. All right, here we go. Do you watch every show? Meaning on the channel here. Not meaning do you sit in front of your TV all night and watch like whatever. All right, there we go. There we go. We got in the wow, 7 votes already.
I'm seeing 11. I see 11 myself.
Wow. I guess it jumps. I see 13. Let's see. By the way, the previous poll on the channel got like 101 votes, which is the most I'd ever seen on a poll. So thank you guys for taking part. So far, yes is in the lead.
So far.
20 votes. You got 45% yes, 5% no, 40% maybe so, 10% hell no. Look at that.
And if not, which one don't you? Well, no, I'm trying. Well, I know it's not this one because they're watching it. So.
Oh yeah, and anybody that votes, they have, again, you have to be subscribed to take part in the chat here on YouTube. Very simple. Very simple. Just subscribe and you're in. It's win-win. There's no downside to it at all. All right. So this kind of goes with what I was going to say. Does anybody know what this is? Anybody that watches these shows might actually know what this is. Because somebody was going to send me something. I would say like a week ago or a week. Was it a week? Or a month? Maybe it's been a while. Within the past month.
That's okay. So this one's too high.
Here's my other one.
Oh. You ready? You ready?
On when?
On when? Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Ready? Oh.
Good. It's like a big accident. Oh. Like all going through an intersection, all the cars are honking.
You ever done this? On both sides? Stereo.
I do that a lot myself. I don't need that.
Okay. All right. So in the chat, does anybody know what this is? Because if you watch these shows, you might actually know what this is. Somebody was going to send me something.
All right, come on, let's rip it open.
Okay. All right. Here.
39:952.
Okay. Oh, and I got some of those to show. Okay. All right. Here we go. Ugh. Where's the thing? Ooh.
Oh. Nice, nice.
There it is. EVHD tuna.
The chrome one. Okay. Okay.
The chrome. Hardwood steaks. All right. So who sent this to me? In the chat. If you guys watch these things, I'm not going to say who did it. in the chat. Who gave me this? Can't drive 55. Yeah. Robot Master. See, these guys watch. You guys are right. Yeah. Yeah, it was Dane Zimmerman. It was his birthday gift to me.
Oh, that was nice of him.
He was on with us on a Tuesday. My birthday was a month ago yesterday, so it would have been about a month ago. It was a birthday show. Oh yeah, it was my birthday when he said he was going to send this to me, and obviously he does ship because he shipped this to me. Dane, if you're watching this, thank you so much, man. I definitely have a guitar that this will fit on. Thank you so much. Zim's Guitars. Check them out.
Okay, where is this?
Where am I?
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So let's see. I'll show some of these.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll show some of these. Any of you guys? Does anybody here like Van Halen?
They're all right.
I'm just asking. I don't know. Not that it has anything to do with the show, but I'll just grab. I literally have stacks and stacks of these things sitting here. See, I just grabbed what you thought was like 2, and look at this. There's literally billions of these sitting there because I was a huge collector years ago. You know, I've kind of said, you know, I kind of downplayed the whole Van Halen thing for a lot of years, for a lot of these shows, and because I didn't want to look like a real nerd. But now I realize that
you embrace it.
Yeah. Okay. So who out there collects vinyl? Who out there has actually seen some of this stuff? Because
and if you collect vinyl, how many of you don't have a record player, but you still collect vinyl? I love hearing stuff like that.
Me.
There's a lot. I think a lot of people do.
Me.
Me.
Me. So here is a Van Halen. Why Can't This Be Love? 45, right here. You ever seen this, Jay? You ever seen this one?
I'm sure I have. My brother probably had it when that stuff came out.
Look at this. We got the perfect sound effect for the back.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Why Can't This Be Love? B-side. Do you know what the B-side to this is? Can you guess? What would you think? The B-side to Why Can't This Be Love?
Oh, so it's not a single.
Off the 5150 album. Right. It wouldn't be a single. It would be just a B-side from the album.
I'm going to guess. Oh, God. I'm just going to guess and say it's... Oh, wow. That's harder than I thought it would be.
In the chat.
Summer Nights?
You guys can guess as well. In the chat, you can guess. What do you think the B-side is to Why Can't This Be Love?
Is it Summer Nights? Okay. Is it? It can't be the inside, is it? I was gonna say that'd be weird. Get Up? Whoa, okay. I don't know why you're clapping. There's 9 songs on the album, minus 1 because it's on side A, and it took me 3 guesses to get the right answer.
Look at this. Thumbnail.
Somebody should make one of the what are the things that go on the inside of the records to the inside of the 45s?
Yeah, what are those things?
Somebody should make one that
out.
That looks like your face, and your nose is the hole.
Nose holes.
Nose hole.
All right. How are we doing on time? Okay, we got some time here. All right, I'm just gonna show a bunch of these because I have them, and all right, here we go. Here's Van Halen Jump. This was the back-to-back hits release, which was in the late 80s. This actually says 6/23/90 written on it for some reason.
Wow.
Jump, backed with I'll Wait. Back-to-back hits. This was actually Van Halen's first release off 0812. Can you guess what this was?
Yeah.
What? You can guess? Does anybody? What was the first?
I know the first single off of 0812.
First single of 0812.
It was the wrong single. They chose the wrong song to kick that record off. But let's see the chit. Jump. No, it wasn't Jump.
Wasn't Jump.
No.
I just got a Steam update.
Cleveland Steamer update.
Yeah.
Are you getting that Steam Deck? That handheld console?
I need to. I need to get some sort of
Where's the
controller.
ding ding ding? Where's the ding ding ding? Oh,
okay. Somebody got it. There it is.
I wonder why they chose that song.
Black and Blue.
First single.
As a single, and there was no video.
Well, maybe that's why it didn't really crush, because and that's another thing. Why did they do no video to kick off your first single off of a new record?
There was no video for that, which was strange.
That's very strange. In those days when MTV was king, even Metallica did a video in '88. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess maybe they did it in '89. No. Didn't the Metallica? Well, you're not going to know this, but the Metallica 1 video, didn't that come out at the end of '88?
No, I would know because I saw it every day. They played it every day. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, it was the end of '88, right?
When he was playing that guitar that they auctioned off.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Trick question. What do you? What's the B-side to this?
Is it? I'm just going to guess and say Mine All Mine.
Okay, this is a trick question because obviously the sleeve and the 45, it's the wrong 45.
What?
It's the wrong 45 for the sleeve.
Oh,
that happens a lot too. Okay, so for the actual release,
it was Jesus.
A political blues or a political blues or a political blues, however you say that. However you say that. But the one that's in here
it's Metallica.
Is actually it's Black and Blue, but it's a promotional copy.
Oh, so that's rarer.
So see how it says fade? So it has a fade version where it fades out, I guess, earlier. Under 5 minutes, and it's the same on both sides.
Oh,
because it's a promo.
Yeah,
it's the same.
You know what? I'm surprised they even put something on the other side. If it's going to be the same thing.
Well, because that's where's Paul at? Paul. I mean, that's a radio station copy, so it would have to be the same thing on both sides. Because if one gets damaged, you flip it over, or if you just grab it, it's.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. That makes
exactly
sense.
what it is. All right. Here's another one. Van Halen.
Yeah.
Dreams. What do you think the B-side is to Dreams, 1986?
It wasn't a single.
Mm-mm.
Summer Nights. Damn it!
You actually mentioned it earlier.
Don't tell me the inside is on side B. Whoa. That's crazy.
Here's another one. Oh, Pretty Woman. Back-to-back hits. Any ideas on the B-side to Pretty Woman? This is actually kind of a tricky thing as well, because there was different pressings. This is the back-to-back hits pressing of Oh Pretty Woman, which was later in the 80s, like late 80s. The original pressing of Pretty Woman, actually I have one here. Here's an original. There's two, the B-sides are two different songs to these.
Is a B-side of one of them Intruder?
No.
That'd be weird, huh?
That would be weird, but that would make that would have the Pretty Woman should be the B-side to Intruder, huh?
Yeah,
that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
If they would have done that. If Pretty Woman, if Intruder's on one side, it ends, you flip it over, then it's
Yep.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. That would have been awesome. But anyway, yeah, here's Pretty Woman. Here's one of the pressings. There's actually several, or at least two. If I can find the other one, I can probably find it. I mean, I've got millions of these. I mean, I literally have stacks and stacks of these. It's
literally. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I got hundreds of these things. Okay, here's two. Let's see if anybody can spot the difference. What's the difference between these two records?
One says "oh" and one doesn't.
There you go.
Wow. Which one was first? I'm assuming the Pretty Woman one was first because the name of the song is "Oh Pretty Woman." Am I right or am I wrong? I would think that Pretty Woman would be the first, and then they realized, man.
Well, they released they released a single. I think before the record. I mean, they put a single out just to keep them out there before they put the actual record out.
Is there a date on both of them?
82.
Just said, I mean, there's nothing different at all except for the O.
No, there's no difference.
Wow.
The backs are exactly the same, but the O is the difference.
B-side was Happy Trails. Is that true?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Whose idea? See, in my opinion, like Happy Trails is the perfect ending of an album. It's the perfect ending of a concert, but that shouldn't be like, especially when the single is a cover, to have the B-side of that, like, I don't want to say a throwaway song because it's awesome, but it's not a full song. It's not like a real song. You know what I mean? It's a song, but it's not a song. But
that's a cover too.
Yeah, that's a good point too. That's a cover as well.
That's a cover as well. So here's something I never thought about. Maybe somebody in the chat, if you know,
in the chat,
because I mean, from what I believe is they recorded that and they put it out as a single before the record. I think I'm sure we can talk about this tomorrow as well because Jean Biel will be here and I have to burp. John Biel is a total nerd for all this stuff. That's why he has his own show here on Johnny Bean TV. But the fact that Happy Trails is on the back of this makes me think maybe, they recorded Pretty Woman to put it out and then recorded Happy Trails. Like before anything else was done off Diver Down.
That's possible.
Because it's on here. It's on here. And there's no I mean, you look at this. There's no well, actually, let me look at the actual record.
And to your point as well, is Intruder wasn't recorded until they went to record a video for Pretty Woman.
Right.
And that was obviously before the album was finished because they had to record that and it was on the album. So the time is all kind of weird with that one.
And you look at this, there's no mention of Diver Down on here.
Oh, so
no mention at all
of
Diver Down. It's just a single. It's just what it is. Pretty Woman with Happy Trails. No mention of forthcoming album Diver Down, blah blah blah. Just talks about the fan club.
Wow. So I wonder if maybe the original plan was just, hey, let's put out a single and then we'll do an album.
I think that's
piggyback off of that, just to kind of have something out now. And then they were like, wait a minute, let's just do, a bunch of covers on an album with a bunch of originals. Mm-hmm. Maybe that was the plan. Who knows?
What Edward said in an interview was he said they got off tour and they came home after, Fair Warning tour and they were hot. And so Warner Brothers wanted a record. He wanted a record. So they're like, oh, let's just put out a single, to keep us out there. They put that out, becomes a hit.
And there it is. And Mark Giorana says the cover is a picture from Fair Warning. That's a good point too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not like that was a photo shoot they did for the Diver Down session, or promotions for Diver Down.
Right. Because this same photo for a European release of Unchained uses the same picture. That's something not many people know, but I do because I'm a nerd and I used to have it. So there's a 45 release of Unchained from like France or somewhere, and that's the picture for it. Same picture for Pretty Woman.
Yeah, Stephen Franklin says Pretty Woman was put out to let the fans know they were still around, but it took off and they had to do the record. Wow.
Yep.
I mean, it makes sense, especially back then. There's no internet to kind of like, hey, we're in the studio doing it. It was like you either had to. It's before MTV too, right? A little bit before it kind of exploded. So, right?
I think.
Right, probably right before. I guess that would have made sense.
Yes.
But,
yes. Okay. All right. I'm gonna save the rest of these. Maybe I'll show more tomorrow night with Saturday night because I literally have like 145 sitting here. So I'm gonna show one more.
And then I got to split too because I always got to go to bed.
And you got to split. Okay, this will be a good one. Jay Hannon.
Uh-oh.
Everybody in the chat.
The chat.
Van Halen, Best of Both Worlds. What do you think?
Promotion.
It's a promotional. What do you think the B-side is to Van Halen, Best of Both Worlds? Promotional. In the chat as well. And I like this, how you can still see me.
Was it good enough? Was it another single? Oh, well, okay. I'm trying to pick non-singles. I would say it was another single. What's the other? Why can't this be? You
already saw that.
Love Walks In.
Was
that even a single?
Love Walks In was its own single.
Okay.
Yeah, it was its own single.
I was gonna say that better have been a single.
Oh yeah. In the chat, somebody in the chat got it. I see it.
Oh.
Somebody in the chat
Dream.
got it. That was its own single.
Well, no. Well, we asked if the other side was a single.
Oh, but there was yes. See, this is tricky. Somebody got it. I see it. Somebody is saying exactly what this is.
Is it Summer Nights? Summer Nights wasn't a single, right?
Yeah, it was.
Man, I know nothing about 5150, I guess, huh?
Man, and you're going on a show tonight about.
Yeah, well, maybe I got to cancel.
You're going on there. You don't know anything about it.
No. So it's not dreams?
Somebody got it. I see it. Somebody got it. Actually, I have another one too.
Well, come on, I gotta go. I gotta go.
Where is it?
The same single? Is it the best of both worlds on both sides? Since it's a promotional copy?
I'll show it tomorrow night. Yes. Yes, and
oh, so it's kind of a trick question, you little. Wow.
Look what
That's
it says.
cool.
Under the WB logo. Look what it says.
From the Van Halen home video live without a net on Warner Reprise home video. That's pretty cool.
Look what it says here. There's an intro. You know what that is.
Sometimes I just didn't know.
Yeah. So this is the 45 single version of that. Yeah. On vinyl.
You got it on vinyl.
Got it on vinyl. Look at this. Oh, it doesn't fit.
That's what she said.
There. Yeah, I've got stacks and stacks of those. We'll show them tomorrow night as well. Jay Hannon has to leave. We're going to split, you guys. Thank you so much for watching us tonight. We love you all. Kisses, everybody.
And everybody, before you do the sign-offs, I'm going to post a link in the chat right now, in the chat. Everybody open that in a separate window and save it for midnight, because I'll be hanging out with the British Electric Blues 5150 show. Never a skip. And I'll wait till Johnny. You want me to? Should I hit enter now, or should I put it in after you're done reading?
No, you can do it, okay. Because afterwards, this will go to tomorrow's video.
Okay, all right. So I just posted a link. Everybody, right-click on that, open it in a separate window, and be there at midnight Eastern tonight. 2 hours. Well, hour and 44 minutes.
And in the chat for the video, say hashtag Johnny Beane Raid.
Yes, hashtag Johnny Beane Raid in there. And yeah, it'll be fun.
Awesome.
We'll be talking about live without a nit.
Awesome. You can bring up that 45. You can say how there was a 45 with the live version on there.
All right.
So thank you so much, everybody. Channel members, thank you so much for all your support.
Look at that, man. It's to the... Go back.
Yeah, I got to redo these. Yeah. They were done like literally a year ago. Literally a year ago. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. And later tonight, you can jump over to Twitch. I'll be on there playing some GTA. Join me. I had 8 people watching me last night. That was the most I'd ever had watching me. Yeah. It was awesome. 8 people watching me. Even though I said, hey, how's everybody doing? Nobody responded. Yeah, everybody's shy.
You almost got me picking my nose.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
I got an itch.
Never.
It's not a pick. It was a scratch. Yeah. And the girl's like,
he's like this. He's like, no, it was a pick. No. Yeah, it wasn't a pick. It was a scratch. Never a pick.
Never a pick. Always a scratch.
All right, you guys, when this video ends, jump over. It'll take you there. Leave a thumbs up on tomorrow's video. Please. See you tomorrow night. johnbeane.com. Good night.